Doctor, the skin is okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hi guys, I hope everyone is doing well. First of all, thanks for Dr. Hoger for this opportunity to present presentation. Thanks for our group 9. We decided to select this topic and working with each other as a teamwork. And now I'm going to talk about a ReadCupe paper, and the name of the team is me, Hafsa Hussein, and Mama Sanaria, and Mama Khalid, and Mama Ramzi, and Dr. Abu Bakr. Introduction about contents, introduction, and the main feature of the ReadCupe, advantage of the ReadCupe papers, disadvantage of the ReadCupe papers, and finally, it is references. An introduction. ReadCupe is a technology company developing a software for researchers, publishers, academic, and commercial organizations. ReadCupe's product line included the reference manager, ReadCupe papers, anywhere access, and custom service for publishers as part of the digital science portfolio. And papers has a few things that trump other systems, like the enormous amount of the citation stylus, and number 2, floating citation plugin only for the Microsoft Word, collaborative reading, sharing, and social network. And we can download this app and install on the site by the for the Windows, and for iOS or for Android easily. And the main features of the ReadCupe: search and download it. User can search and download it for academic articles, and list of the documents can open it according to users choose with the help of recommendations. Organizational management is very easy to read, manage, and discover the literature using ReadCupe. Collaboration, a user can share it with its friends. A citation tools, a user can use different types of the reference styles in that program. And Google Scholar embedded within the software, a user can search literature using a search option. Documents can be searched using any My Library, Google Scholar, and PubMed, and ReadCupe. On the main page of the software, we can add file easily. This cover new papers the way we wanted to, build in search, and about 17 million articles discoverable, and search by authors or topics. We can edit papers from anywhere across the web. We can read and annotate it, such as highlight, selected, underline, color it, and we can add notice, share and collaborative, with a colleagues, and create sharing library, and writing name, and in it we can find people, and getting easy smart sheet on Microsoft Word, and to regular references and bibliography, and insert citation, search topic in bibliography, and make reference style easily. An advantage of the ReadCupe papers: references management for researchers by the researchers. Getting started with your ReadCupe papers library is easy. Full metadata, supplemental material, and more auto populated, manually added article from your local file storage. Papers help you collect and curate the research material that you're passionate about, and improve the way you discover, organize, read, annotate, share, and cite. Format with one of the 8,000 journal and bibliography styles. And final slide is disadvantage. Dr. Abu Bakr, he present this slide. Dr. Abu Bakr, are you here?
Well, I can see his camera is open. I can see his screen, but I don't know if he's Dr. Abu Bakr.
Yes, my brothers and my sisters.
Okay, can you please join to present this slide with your colleagues, please?
Yes, but I want this slide have disadvantages, but I want to talk about advantages, not disadvantages, because I want to add something another very important to all groups. You now many pages not truthful. If you indeed have a hacker and something that, so I need. I want to give advice to all my brother and my sisters with my group and another group. So I to everything you need you write is, for example, is a ReadCupe safe, for example, for we group. Yes, if you want this page safe from hacker or another, how you can check. So your pages with the ReadCupe, this one page writing are always 100% sealed, encrypted and safe. In most web browsers, you can insert the underlining code of your page. For example, in Chrome, you can right-click on any part of your page and choose insert element. This brings up a higher view of the current pages. This one I want to give a note. All my brothers, all my sisters, and my teachers and my friends. You need before you go any you need correct it. You need you sure this one safe and not safe. Thank you very much for your opportunity to me. Thank you to all.
Thank you, Dr.
And the final slide is references. Sorry. Yes. And these references. And thank you for your attention. And we are ready as a team to any questions.
Okay, thank you, Mustafa sir, and your team for your presentation. Can I actually say before I elaborate on what you just presented, this is a research tool rather than an education tool. It's used by researchers to facilitate the progress and the process of research management and so on, which is the topic of our next session. So we will cover a tool in session number 7, which is next Wednesday, inshallah. I will introduce you to a tool which is called Kika. It's not well known, but it's a really great and very effective tool for research. And it does a lot more than ReadCupe, than Mendeley or Zotera, and these. There are lots of different tools. Even EndNote, for example, EndNote is a reference management tool. It's not a research management tool, but Kika is actually a research management tool from the word go. It will help you to process the whole thing till you get to the end of the application. So altogether, there are loads of tools for different aspects of your academic life, whether it's research or presentation or quizzes and activities and so on. The conclusion we can reach from these tools, basically, make sure you don't leave yourself behind in the process of going forward with new technologies and tools. Whether you like it or not, you need to indulge yourself and start using these tools, and make sure you are used to using a number of, or at least a couple of effective tools, and make your life easier, or your education life or academic life is easy as well. So altogether, very nice presentations and great efforts. Well done, all of you, and I hope you enjoyed working together and learned something from each other. Okay, are there any questions for Mustafa Hauser and his team? Right. Basically, we have a very short 10 minutes or 11 minutes, I think. I was going to show you how to create your own websites and a number of other things, but I think we don't have time for that. So what I will do instead, I will continue for the next 10, 11 minutes, show you a number of other tools very shortly, and then inshallah, we will continue with the rest of these slides in our next session. And something which I would also like to say about our next session, I will inshallah send you a link, which is the link for the software I just told you about, Kika. You need to download the software and install it on your computer. Okay, and the tool is specifically made for Windows operating system. If you use Mac, for example, you need to download another software before you can install Kika. But you will be amazed how great and how simple and how effective Kika is for your research life. And I'm sure you will enjoy it, using it for the rest of your life. But coming back to our slides from previous session, we will continue on sharing these different tools. Okay, we did talk about these ones, Prezi. Now I would like to talk about a couple of more, and then obviously that was the assignment you carried on. And then if we have time, I will go through these next session, but let me just go back to the slide. Right. All right, so basically we have Digo, which is a social bookmarking tool that helps you read, share, and organize the web pages that you look at. So we could have a look at a small video together. We have a visitor here. I'm really sorry about this. باشا بابا جان دعي يا أخو حافظ رجعت الآخر. Okay.
Today we're going to introduce you to Digo, a social bookmarking website that allows you to bookmark and tag and make notes on web pages. To use Digo, head over to digo.com and click on the Sign Up button. Sign in with one of your IDs. Or click at the bottom to create a Digo account. I already have a Digo account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. Now you'll be asked to install the Digo extension on your toolbar, depending on what browser you're using. It's a good idea to install it. It makes Digo easier to use. So follow the directions on the screen, and you'll see the little D on your toolbar, and that's your Digo. Now you're ready to start using Digo for bookmarking. So head on over to a web page that you'd like to bookmark. For this example, we're just going to use the Algonquin College Student Portal. And go ahead and click on the little D on the toolbar. That'll open Digo. Now you can annotate, click on the highlighter, and if you select some text to highlight, you'll notice it'll turn yellow, or whatever color you've selected from the list. Now if you click on Sticky Note, it's going to add a note. You can type in whatever you want, and click Post, and it'll save your sticky note. Finally, you can click Save to Digo, which will allow you to save your page with a description, tags, and even choose to share with others, such as your class. It'll save your highlights and annotations for you to see next time you're back on the web page. You can make a list, we'll call this one School, and save all your websites about school in one list. This is useful if you have a class, and you can save all your websites to one course. Now if you go back and click on the D, you can go into My Library, and here's going to show you all the pages you've saved to Digo. Now if you click on the title of the page, it'll take you straight to that page, but if you look underneath, you'll notice it's saved all of your sticky notes and all of your highlights. So if you're using it as a research or study tool, you can just go back and look at your notes and highlights without having to visit the web pages. You can also search through all of your saved web pages by tags or even annotations. So we hope you start using Digo today to organize your websites. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so that was Digo basically, which is a great tool for saving the websites you actually visit. Although in Google Chrome, for example, you can see my Google Chrome site, you do have this option. So if I want to click on this or save this address to remember, I could just basically click on this bookmark, this tab, this star sign. And once you do that, it will save it somewhere here. So these are all different sites which I have saved before. But one thing that Google Chrome cannot do is basically to add notes and annotate and search through your annotations and so on. But with Digo, you could actually save the website, write your notes about whatever content you find interesting. You could share it with your students. You could search back later on and continue using the different aspects of the tool. So Digo is a great and simple tool, and I highly recommend that you start using the tool. Okay, so the next thing which I would like to share with you is called Glogsta. Glogsta, let's watch this video, and then after that we will stop the session, and then we can continue in our next session, inshallah.
There are two different varieties of Glogster. We have www.glogster.com, that's their public interface. Unfortunately, this tool is often blocked from many schools, including Jeffco schools. So Glogster has an educational version too at edu.glogster.com, which is not blocked at most schools. The best way to sign into EduGlogster is with a Google account. So I'm going to sign in with my Google account. I'm going to use a personal Gmail account because I've already used my jjohnson@jeffcoschools.us Gmail. So I'll go ahead and use this account so I can sign up again, and you do need to pick a nickname. Agree to the terms of use and select your country. When you're done, click sign up. And I now have my free Glogster EDU teacher account. This is my Glogster dashboard. There's always a link across the top where I can return to my dashboard. It shows my existing glogs, so I did pause the video and make just a practice glog so you could see where your existing glogs will appear. And there is an edit button right here, so you can go back in and make changes to your glog. I'm going to use the green Create New Glog button. This will bring up a variety of templates I can use to get me started. I think I will just use a blank template and start from scratch. Even though I selected blank, Glogster preloads the template with a variety of callouts and a graphic here so I can see what items look like on the glog. To get rid of these if they don't go well with my project, I can select the item and hit the trash button, or I can select the item and hit the delete button on my keyboard. So now I have a blank canvas, and you can think of Glogster as a virtual poster board. So as I scroll up and down, I can see this is all the room that I have to present all of my information. The Glogster tools are across the top, and I can hide the tools by selecting the X, and I can bring it back by choosing the tools button. I think I'll start by choosing my wall or background. If I had uploaded any media, I could use any of those pictures as my background for this glog, or I could upload one right now. If I go into their gallery, I will see many choices for me to use. And they have these categorized in folders, so I can go into the cute folder and open it and see a variety of backgrounds. And I can use the scroll bar at the bottom to move my way through many choices for glog backgrounds. I'm going to go back to all folders because none of those would be really great for one about tornadoes. And I think I'll go with something a little bit more formal. Let's try the papers folder and see if we see just a nice background in this folder. To see what a background looks like, I can select its thumbnail. I get a slightly larger preview, but if I use the Use It button, I can see it applied to my entire glog. And if I didn't like it, I can choose another one and repeat this process until I have a background that I like. We'll use that one for the sake of this demo. To add text to your glog, you use the text button. This will bring up a variety of word balloons, or you can type text directly on the background if you don't want a word balloon around it. Again, these are categorized by topic. If you find one that you like, you can drag it directly into your glog by clicking and dragging. Or you can select an item, see the preview of it, and use the Use It button. To minimize your tools, you can use the triangle, and then you can move your text boxes around. And you can resize these, of course, as well. And you can use the anchors on the edges to pivot the angle that the text appears. To edit the text, you can double click on it and type in your information. As I type, you can see a scroll bar is built into my text box. So even though the amount of information I want to put inside this word balloon exceeds its size, I will be able to scroll through it. So I can use this word balloon to add a lot of text to my glog without taking up a lot of space. When you're done editing, you can just click outside your text to get back to the area where you can rotate the text. And to quickly edit again, I can use the AB1, and I can use the slider to change the size of the text, or its color, or its style. If I select the text box, I'll see some other options along the left side of the text box and across the top. We've seen delete. We can lock the item in place so that we don't goof it up as we are editing, and selecting the lock again will unlock it. And I can change the order of items, so if I needed to send it to the back or bring it to the front, I have a variety of options here for ordering. Clicking on the eyedropper will bring up an option for me to change the color of the text box itself.
The video is about 15 minutes long, about 13 minutes actually. I have shared the slides with you. You can click on the link in the slide and watch the video. So basically, I don't want to take any more of your time because our time is up. I just want to say that Glogster is a really great tool to create highly visual presentation or poster. You could put lots of different things together and create an informative poster for you and your students to follow. And this is the whole idea of the tool, which you can see, inshallah. Later on, you could go and watch it yourself and see how it goes. Inshallah, in our next session, we will continue. We will have two main objectives in our next session. Besides, if we have time, we will do some other things. Objective number one is I will show you how to create your personal website very simply. And then objective number two will be introducing you to Kika. But please pay attention to and make sure you visit Edmodo later on today, because what I will do later on, I will send you a link which you can download Kika from. I want you to download the software, make sure it's available on your computer, and then ready for next session, inshallah. Obviously, we have other things to cover, but I will leave it for the next two sessions and see what we can cover, inshallah. There would have been an assignment, but I think this assignment I will pass. I will not give you this assignment because the assignment you've done is enough for this week. But when we cover Kika, I will definitely give you an assignment to do individually for Kika. But right now, I think this is the time to call it a day. I think our time is up. Thank you very much for your presentations, your efforts, and everything. And I hope we have managed to contribute to each other's knowledge slightly, inshallah. Are there any questions, Mama Slayan? Anything you would like to share? Anything you would like to say?
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, let me just quickly actually have a quick slide through the participants so we can record it for absentee purpose.
Excuse me, teacher. By the end of this session or when this course finishes, can you share with us your presentation?
I have actually already shared my presentation. Have you not seen it?
The previous one, yes, but not this one.
I have shared this one as well, almost again. If you go to Edmodo again. Okay. Let me just go to the class so I was signed out. Okay, maybe I need to share my screen with you just to show you. Okay, if you go to, this is the class. If you go to folders, okay, you see session 4, 5, and 6 slides. If you click on that, this is the actual presentation we have been on last session, this session, and we may continue a bit our next session as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's all right. So far, whatever we have gone through, I have shared on Edmodo, so make sure you are on Edmodo. Is it possible to share the slides after each session along with the recordings? Well, that's what we have done all the time. So whenever we have gone through a number of slides, I have shared the slides as well as the video with you so far. So if in this folder, you see, if you go back to the folders, right, my Edmodo is frozen now for some reason. Let's refresh. Okay, so far we have session 1, the slides are here. Session 2 was only video because we went through Microsoft Word, if you remember. And then session 3 is here, and then session 4, 5, and 6 slides are here as well. So you can find all the materials here, basically. All right, are there any more questions?
Dr. Hoger, I'm
yes,
sorry.
Yes,
Do we have to like upload the assignment for today, or just the presentation was enough?
no, you have to upload the slides, again. In the assignment folder, the assignments section I have shared with you. Can you please turn it in or upload it, shall we say? So each group will have to upload the slides they have prepared. So one member of the group is enough. You don't have to upload it
Okay.
a couple of times. Just one member upload for the whole group is enough.
Noted. Thank you.
You're welcome. زۆر باشە مامۆستانی بەڕێز کاتێکی خۆش ڕۆژێکی خۆش خۆشحاڵ بووم لە خزمەتتان نابووم جارێکی تر و ئومێدی سەرکەوتنتان
زۆر سپاس دکتۆر گیان
خواحافیزتان بێ تەمەن درێژ بن ئوستاز گیان خواحافیزتان بێ
خواتان لەگەڵ بێ شاڵ
لەگەڵ ئێوەش بە